Okay, welcome everyone. My name is Victor, and welcome to part two of this two-part Rio workshop series. Before we begin, I would like for you to make sure that you have your student workbook. Once you have your student workbook, we can continue with the workshop. In part two, we will build upon insight or finding a deeper understanding of your inner experiences and focus on openness. Openness to change and living a more fulfilling life. So, what happens for most of us is that in our effort to avoid, change, or control our unwanted internal experiences, we end up struggling and we either make our situation worse or we give up pursuing what's really important to us. It's kind of like that equation pain, unwanted internal experiences, plus struggle, trying to control the pain, make it go away, judging ourselves for having what we have equals struggling. On your student workbook, I would like for you to flip to page 20 so we can take a look at the tug of war metaphor. Notice the monster depicted. What do you see? Notice the person in a struggle with the monster and the pit between them. What do you think the experience is like for the person while holding the rope? What will happen to the loser? Notice that when the rope is dropped, and thus the struggle with the monster, when they let go, the risk of falling in the pit and the continued struggle is reduced or removed. This is much like the tug of war we do with our unwanted internal experiences. The pain may still be present, but we don't want to make the experience worse by struggling with it. By letting go of the struggle, we enable ourselves to move our hands, our arms, our feet, and our legs. We can now move about and start doing the things that give our lives value, meaning, and purpose. The goal is not to win. The goal is to understand what the pain means to us so that we can drop the rope instead of fighting with the monster. So, when we feel stuck, it might be that we are engaged in a struggle that doesn't allow us to look at where we are with greater understanding. Whenever we are stuck, it might be because we haven't looked deeply enough into the nature of our experience to fully understand what the experience means to us. Remember, this means leaning in versus avoiding. Within our pain, there might be important information for us and about us. Pain is a signal that we need to pay attention to something. By paying attention to our painful experiences, we will begin to understand what those painful experiences are trying to tell us. Okay. Now we will do our leaves in the river exercise. This is a mindfulness exercise that focuses on noticing thoughts and sensations without judgment and with more space and flexibility. Remember, if it ever feels like it is too much, feel free to stop doing the exercise. Let us now take some time to observe the constant flow of thoughts, images, feelings, and other chatter that comes up in our minds. We will practice merely recognizing the chatter and letting it go. This exercise is a little different because it requires the use of imagery. Let's begin. So, if you are able, get into a comfortable position where you are sitting. Perhaps sitting upright with your feet flat on the floor, your arms and legs uncrossed, and your hands resting in your lap or on your thighs, whichever is more comfortable. Allow your eyes to gently close. If you prefer to keep your eyes open, soften your gaze and gently focus on a spot a few feet in front of you. Take a few moments to arrive by getting in touch with the physical sensations in your body. especially the sensations of touch or pressure where your body makes contact with where you are sitting. Be aware of your feet, your body being supported by the chair, and how your hands feel making contact with your body. Now, gather your attention by simply focusing on your breathing, slowly breathing in and slowly breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Noticing the rise and fall of your belly and chest as you breathe in, out, in, out. It's okay for your mind to wander away to thoughts, sensations, or feelings. Simply observing that your mind has wandered, observing your thoughts and feelings, acknowledging their presence, and then returning your attention back to the breath. Passively observing the flow of your thoughts one after another without trying to figure out their meaning or their relationship to one another. As best as you can, bring an attitude of gentle acceptance to all your experiences. There is nothing to be fixed or worked on at this time. Simply allow your experiences to be your experiences without needing them to be anything other than what it is, as you find them in this moment. You might even catch a glimpse that there is a part of you noticing what you are noticing. Now, allow yourself to imagine a beautiful, slow moving river, the water flowing along. Notice how wide or narrow it is. Notice the color of the water. Imagine the day. Is it sunny or overcast, warm or cool? What season is it? Imagine you are sitting underneath a tree on the bank of the river. Perhaps your back is resting against the trunk, gently supported. Take a deep breath. See if you can smell the richness of the earth beneath you or perhaps the scent of the land around you. Take a moment to look up into the tree. Notice the leaves rustling in the gentle breeze. What color are the leaves? What shape do they have? Listening to the sound of the gentle stirring of the leaves, notice that once in a while you observe a leaf dropping onto the river and flowing away. Now, gazing at the river, notice the leaves floating by on the surface of the water. Look at the leaves and watch them slowly drifting along downriver. As you sit beneath the tree on the bank of this river, become aware of the thoughts that are passing in your mind. You may notice yourself planning for something later today, reminding yourself not to forget something, remembering something that has already happened, or even judging or evaluating this experience. Whatever you notice, each time you become aware of a thought, imagine yourself placing the thoughts on one of those leaves. If you think in words, putting them on a leaf in words. If you think in images, putting them on a leaf as an image. Whenever a new thought enters into your mind, putting each one on a leaf observing each thought that is on the leaf, passing in front of you, and then watching it move away from you, eventually drifting out of sight, down the river, allowing the river to move along at its own speed. Return to gazing at the river, waiting for the next leaf to float by with a new thought on it. One comes along, again, watching it pass in front of you and then letting it drift out of sight. The river is ever flowing, carrying each leaf along. The river is doing what is natural for rivers to do, and that is to carry along whatever is floating on the surface. Thinking whatever thoughts you think, observing them, placing them on a leaf, and allowing them to flow freely along downriver, one by one. Now, letting go of those thoughts and images, gradually widening your attention to take in the sounds around you in the room, the feeling of the chair beneath you, the feeling of the breath in your lungs. Taking a deeper than normal breath and slowly exhaling, take a moment to make the intention to bring this sense of gentle allowing and self acceptance into the present moment. When you are ready, slowly open your eyes. Take a moment to reflect on your experience. Taking about 4 minutes, note your reactions on page 21 of your workbook. Once you have once you have completed journaling your thoughts, we can continue on with the workshop.